Women, women. Terrorists talking in my head, trying to get away with murdering me. I'm going to make it clear. They're trying to make their voices sound like they're coming from outside. So I'm leaving behind evidence that what I hear in my head, I obviously could not capture on this live stream if it's in my head solely. They're messing with my sinuses. They're stretching the skin of my forehead. Because today is my cousin's wedding. I wish you could see better um, what they're doing in this stupid camera. It doesn't show you how stretched and swollen, like, I mean, it shows you how swollen, but it still looks blurry. I want to make it clear they're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're playing with my sinuses. They're making my veins pop out. They did this to my hairline, stretching the skin of my forehead. They don't want me taking pictures. They made my entire body swell so I wouldn't fit in my dress. I want them sentenced to fucking death. Do you hear me? They're psycho. They don't want me going to my cousin's wedding. I want them sentenced to death. My hands are extremely swollen right now. Same with my feet. The women need to be sentenced to death. They're serial killers. Do you hear me? I'm going to place my phone down because I have to change and clean myself up. I want them sentenced to death. Talk away, stupid bitch. I'm going to make it clear you're getting sentenced to fucking death. Mm. Mm. Look how they're depriving my daughter. They're pulling, it's one of the men. They're pulling on my muscle in my face. They're pulling on these muscles. They're making it swell. They're bothering my nose. These, the men we're talking about here are the ones that want to run a country. My silly garbage that's talking and making my legs swell and trying to see what I mean? Making my legs swell, dehydrating my mouth, trying to make my teeth rot, making my hair fall. Those stupid psychos and their stupid psycho whorebag women, terrorist moms, daughters, sisters, okay, wives. The stupid psycho bitches think they can run a country. And here I am making it clear that I can't capture their voices. This is how easy it is. In the United States, all I gotta do is hit live on my YouTube channel and start streaming so I can make it clear that I can't capture their voices on my live stream to sentence them to death and flag their records and make it clear there's nothing to investigate here. That's how these bitches talking in my head want to run a country, and all I have to do, the terrorist bitches, they want to do a hostile takeover, but they want to do it in secret. So And all I have to do is hit record so they don't get away with saying what I heard came from outside. That is all I have to do. I don't see you outside running a country. I hear you in my head, though. Who voted for you? This is what they did to my skin. The psychoterrorists running a country used a weapon that Israel discovered, okay? It's Israel's actual weapon. Mm. And the psychoterrorists talking in my head only know how to use it because of an instruction book. Mm. And so I want to make it super fucking clear that those losers think they're going to run a country. Mm. Using a mind control, mind reading telepathy weapon. Can you, if it gets in the hands of the women? They want to drug women and then turn around and say, see, this is why this is sexy women don't do drugs. To empower women. I want to watch those bitches die. Well, they're murdering. Oh my fucking god. I'm only one person and I'm a woman. Yeah, but I'm the one who's gonna end you. I got the message. Gigi. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Mama. So the women talking in my head are like, haha, we botched your body. Like I said, they're mutilating people. They're amputating them. They're making their legs rot so they can't walk. They're 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 they make their limbs rot till they're amputated. Yet the terrorists talking in my head have their limbs. And are, I mean, obviously would do anything to protect them from anybody doing anything to them. Oh my goodness, I want them sentenced to death. It's the women, dude. I want the women. I want everyone to know there's no way in hell. Remorse my ass. Mm. We're not dealing with the same. These women aren't bred like us. Mm. You weren't taught anything. You're a dog. Mm. You're a dog and you're gonna get sentenced to death like one. Mm. You're gonna fucking get put down like one. Mm. She's talking in my head. She's a criminal. Mm. And she doesn't want me explaining that I hear her in my head. Mm. We'll see if you can get to him. Mm. I have to tailor as I go. Mm. You have to get through. They can't run me and they want to run a country for me. Then I'm under the control of a weapon of mass destruction, and there are several of them talking in my head. I have to thank Israel and all these people are fools. Lee. I don't want to get in. There is a terrorist talking in my head saying, I botched your body, I mutilated your body. She's talking in my head. She thinks I'm going to argue with her when what needs to happen is that they need to be sentenced to death. I don't argue or discuss anything with terrorists. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. I don't discuss shit with terrorists. I don't know what part of that you don't get. Fucking dumbass bitch. You want to win? So what, do the women walk in and grab the bottle of lotion? That's enough jerking off our kids. Just because of the situation. Whatever, bird. With that attitude, that's for sure gonna want you to cry. I'll just give you up. You're the one who sounds like a problem anyway. Oh my god. Ellie. So it's crazy. You act like you didn't have a choice in the matter. Well, I would have gone over there, but somebody was too busy spending the money. Really? Are you sure? Because I think they made it very clear. But your men were disrespecting me. Mm. Rightfully so. Mm. The stupid psycho terrorist bitch talking in my head has a problem with me. Mm. Go tell a fool thief. Mm. One of these terrorist bitches doesn't care. All they wanted was fucking money. Look at you, stupid whore. So this they got like 2 days like you don't fix it after you have money. That's what I'm saying, that's pretty good. If I had to guess, it's how you really think. Such a good sense. Don't come out of sense. Whether I'm here or not. this fucking work. Okay, what other place? What? I was glad we got your sister before you fucked that bitch came and told me there. I mean, honestly, how's that even live? What time you're by the country for that? You fucking piece of shit, why don't you come join me? That bitch would have caught on if we were any one of us. That part, oh my fucking god, I'm praying for you. I know live and die for that part. Oh, maybe we can see this together here. Maybe we can have I don't think they do it because we have a way to go. You can't find a line to telepathically talk to people. Why are you talking in my head? Did you even know? They do weird shit too, so. Maybe there's still a mouse in my mouth there that I didn't understand where. What?
stupid. Oh, look at that. You say I'm ugly and I call you stupid and we're still saying the same thing. Yeah, we feel my own pussy. I think I do. What is she gonna look back at? Your pretty fucking lotion? He always used to find the best lotion. I couldn't keep him away from work. That stupid lotion bottle. I just want to ask, why is she laughing? I can't catch her voice in the election. Register. Dumb. And I mean, I was one thing, but dumb. What time is it?
It's 8:07 a.m.
Get off of me. Shit, you fucking talk. It's embarrassing to sleep with a man like you. They're Egyptian American Muslim women, terrorists and their men, they're talking in my head. So the women, they're Egyptian American Muslim women, they're making me sweat so that my hair frizzes. And today's my cousin's wedding, and I want you to see what they've done to my hair. This isn't ripping. This is what grew out that they made fall out, and then everything around it fell out. And that's how they ruin people's hair. They're talking in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women with a mind control, mind reading telepathy weapon. Now one of the men is making me tired. Like, go to sleep, stupid bitch. They're psycho. They're serial killers. They're trying to murder me and trying to find a way to get away with it or pawn it off on someone else. They were trying to rape me and make me catch, although thank God I wouldn't go sleep around. They're trying to preserve what they can of my looks so that they could say I had the opportunity. This is what they want to say after all this hair fell out. Okay, like they're really disgusting. They made all this hair fall out. Like she still could have went to work. But she chose partying and sleeping around. And I have a feeling they were trying to have me and my ex catch AIDS or something. They're Egyptian American Muslim terrorists talking in my head. They're talking in my head, trying to make their voices sound like they're coming from outside. So that's why I live stream, to make it clear. I cannot capture their voices on my live stream. And to leave as much evidence as possible that these psychopaths are talking in my head. Look at all of these flyaways are all the hairs that are they made fall out that are growing back. See all the noises I'm making is the women are suffocating me. This is what they do to think, is talk in people's heads, take their ideas, and then when they leave, they call it going to work. They go masquerade and put on this facade and take people's ideas and parade it around like it's their own. And then when they're hiding and pretending to work from, this is what they call working, is going into people's heads and just trying to find out who has good business ideas and who doesn't. Stealing ideas, murdering people, defaming them. My dad did pain management. He was an OBGYN, a surgeon. Okay? Drug rehab, and the terrorists talking in my head want to say that that's the thing. They don't want to say, they don't want me going to work because it's obvious they're doing it right now. They're causing me strokes. Because with my background, it doesn't make sense. My mom would have been doing, they're playing with my head. She would have been doing just the same as my dad. She would have been they're playing with my head. I'm having strokes. She would have been doing exactly the same. She would have been they're playing with my head. She probably would have been far more educated than my dad, except the terrorists were brutally attacking my family. One of the women is screaming in my head saying, "Fuck that bitch," in my head. That she's Egyptian American Muslim. They're playing with my head. They don't want me explaining. She's a fucking terrorist. It's not all Egyptian American Muslims. It's a select few, and these stupid bitches are getting sentenced to death. All I have to do is live stream and get them kicked off the weapon and make it clear there's nothing to investigate here. My hair falling out isn't anything to investigate. She's sitting there making my hair fall out. She wants me to scream and scream and scream and argue with her about I don't know what, my hair falling out, so they could pretend like I was discussing my hairdresser. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. So I went and got biopsies done to make it clear it wasn't burnt. It fell out from the root. The bitches talking in my head are burning my scalp, and my hair is falling out from the root. I could care less what you're talking about while you're talking in my head, because your entire stupid agenda is to see if you can make me feel insecure about taking pictures and discussing you in my head. the stupid psycho terrorist bitch, what I'm after is making her go home, look at her stupid family, and fucking shrug their shoulders like we don't know what the fuck to do now. That's what I'm after. Because I want them sentenced to death. I want them kicked off the weapon and sentenced to fucking death. Do you hear what I'm saying? I keep telling the terrorists talking in my head, I want them dead. They're murderers. They're talking in people's heads. They're stealing their ideas. They're burning their limbs. They're making their limbs swell till they rot. These are not normal people. This is like what happened with Jeffrey Dahmer. The terrorists talking in my head make the acid build up in people's bodies and their bodies start to decompose while they're alive. The bitches are psycho. They're Egyptian, American, Muslim women terrorists murdering people. They're talking in my head. They're psycho. They took it a step further than Jeffrey Dahmer, and instead they're making people's bodily fluid build up in parts of their body till their bodies rot and they have to get amputated. They are sick. I am done talking. Now imagine that, okay? And it's 1% of the entire global population. They figure it seems as though this now here I'm starting to theorize that if they've calculated if they have a control of 1% of the global population, they have control of the globe. See my hair? They're serial killers. Do you hear me? They need to be sentenced to death. They need to be sentenced to death. These are your Jeffrey Dahmers. They're talking in my head. They did it to Bernadette. The women in my talking in my head need to be sentenced to fucking death. And they did not need the bottle of acid. They just made her own bodily fluid decompose her body. They murdered her and watched the acid decompose her body with this war weapon that they're using to talk inside my head. So they could destroy the weapons, the burn marks from giving her a heart attack or however they had her die. I'm sure she had cardiac arrest. Positive. These are disgusting women. You think that's not gory? Look what they did to my hair. No, they don't give me orders. Mar just logs in and hangs out like we're hanging out. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. I guess if the U.S. government wanted to do this, they have to get used to it. I have all these witnesses on YouTube that make it clear they can see what I'm doing. I have a wedding today. My cousin is getting married. The terrorists talking in my head don't want me going. They botched my arms and that's mutilation. It's mutilated. I want them sentenced to fucking death. These are psychos, dude. The prissy piece of shit talking in my head. Okay, one of the men talks to me, okay, like he's stupid. He's stupid. He's talking to me like he has authority. He's out of his fucking mind. Not in this house. I am sentencing the women that gave birth to these pieces of shit to death, the ones that sleep with them and want more of their to pass this psycho-terrorist DNA on. I am done talking. Well, it's not like you're coming out with it. Go explain. Well, you're not going to get away with it, so... This, me live streaming, is you not getting away with it. Airhead. And for the next 2 years, I'm going to make it clear, there is absolutely nothing to investigate here. That you're nothing but a lying terrorist tramp that's using the war weapon to defame, murder people, and steal money. Stupid psycho. Haha, I'm gonna cut you off from the other records. Doja Cat? They ruined my hair. Look at this. She just said, get the picture in my head. Obviously, I'm repeating it because you didn't hear her. I want the psycho bitch talking in my head sentenced to fucking death. It's like, if the manipulation doesn't work, let's just see if we bold-headed just threaten Renee. Like, they're so fucking stupid. I thought the whole point was that you wanted your brothers to manipulate the records. While I'm live streaming. No, nobody hears you. Nobody hears you. And I have witnesses that see that I don't do anything. There's no time in between when I'm by myself. Like, I'm either by myself live streaming, or I'm around people who can testify against these terrorists and say I wasn't doing drugs and I'm at work. So many. The women ruined my hair so I wouldn't take pictures at my cousin's wedding. I am going to use a filter, you stupid, scared bitch. Doesn't change the fact that everyone's going to see me. So, the terrorist talking in my head, my other cousin Marina, the terrorist talking in my head didn't want me to go to her wedding. And this was like, she's been married now for what, her kids are like 6 years. So she's been married for about 6 years, 7 years. The terrorist talking in my head didn't want, and I didn't know. So like, I wasn't preparing for a wedding. I forgot about her wedding. Like, I was so pre-consumed with the terrorist talking in my head, not realizing life is happening around me. I want them sentenced to fucking death. So all these flyaways are a clear and obvious evidence that my hair does grow back. They are intentionally making it fall out so that it stays thin. It's my hair. Why wouldn't I fucking know? So the conversation I'm having is with the terrorist talking in my head. I don't know. The people talking in my chat, I don't know them. So I just want to make that clear. And they aren't the terrorists talking in my head. The terrorists talking in my head are Egyptian, American, Muslim, women terrorists and their stupid psycho families. Psycho terrorists. Okay, my hair is done. They're Egyptian, American, Muslim, women terrorists talking in my head. So almost all of my highlights, they made fall out. And now the men are making me dizzy. Alexa, what time is it? No. Get sentenced to death. So you know I'm wearing a tan underpants. It's not my butt, you bitches are seeing for you. You bitches fucking. That's the women. No fucking problem. The women talking in my head are trying to stop me from getting ready. My hands, so they make the veins in my hands pop out. And my fingers turn red because they're stopping circulation and they're making me swell. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're facing the death penalty, and it's by this. If you heard the obsession over me and trying to make me feel insecure, you'd know they have shit to hide. Aside from what they're doing to me, they're getting sentenced to death. These are your Jeffrey Dahmers, baby. They're making me dizzy. He sounds so proud when he's talking in my fucking head. The women are making my face swell. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Dude, the bitches really need to be sentenced to death. It's not a fucking game. This is the same thing acid is building up in my face. These bitches are murderers. She keeps saying she's a fucking whore. The bitch doesn't want to get found out. Because she'll obviously get sentenced to death like the bitch that she is. Wait till they see it my way. These are your Jeffrey Dahmers. They're talking in my head. They're making people decompose in their own bodily fluid.
Devin, here is your reminder. Check section 8.
Get up! It feels like they're pulling on me.
Devin, here is your reminder.
They're making my
Check
face
section
swell.
8.
The women are making my face swell. Get up! I want to show you who's home because the terrorists are they want to bother my neighbors to get me kicked out. They don't want me getting ready. I want them sentenced. I don't want to bother one of my neighbors and make it weird. I just want to show you. People are living they're living their lives, and the terrorists talking in my head are trying to abuse and torture people. These are psychopaths. Bitch. It's the women. I want them sentenced to fucking death. See that sound I keep making? That's them suffocating me. I'm trying to keep the swelling down. You see what I'm doing? You guys think this is attractive? You guys hanging out to talk on my stream, you guys are such losers. I'm sorry. But I do like the fact that you're making it obvious that you saw my live stream. You see how I look? This is what I have to do to make the swelling stop. And now they're pulling on my eyes. Oh, why did you use the thing? Okay. That's not working. I want the women to fucking die. Get off of me! So you saw one of my neighbors just left. the same psycho terrorist talking in my head. They're trying to stop me from getting ready on time. Look. If you hear, and I'm going to go out on my patio. I want the women talking in my head sentenced to fucking death. And you can't even hear my daughter's music. I want the bitches sentenced to death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're hurting me to see if they could hurt me and get me kicked off of YouTube at the same time. They're hurting me. The women are hurting me. It's the women. Okay, you know what? The women, you can hear the music so loud out here still on my live stream. If you can hear the music, right, you guys? Yeah, I guess so. Can you tell me if you hear the music? Okay, so that's how the terrorists talking in my head are so loud, I can't hear the music my daughter's playing. That's how loud they are. And you want to tell me there's no way that that you want to tell me that if they were as loud as they are outside, nobody would have heard them? Or if they were as loud as they are, the neighbors, my neighbors, if they were really my neighbors, people wouldn't have heard them? These are psychopaths. They need to be sentenced to death. I can hear them over my daughter's music. I want you bitches sentenced to death, bitch. My face is so swollen. And this is, the stupid camera doesn't actually, like, I don't know, it's a stupid new phone. The camera sucks on it. So I am extremely, extremely swollen. They keep pulling me away. They're trying to stop me. If they don't stop me, they make me swell. And now they're pushing me. They're making me sway back and forth. I'm telling you, the women are fucking garbage. They thought it was funny. Till it starts to sound till they realize how disgusting they actually sound. So one of the women is freaking out like a stupid psycho bitch. She's probably one of the women that murdered Bernadette. I want them to fucking die, dude. They gave her a heart attack, I'm telling you. stupid bitch. I want to watch the women get sentenced to death. And it's so their moms were raping me and Bernadette, okay, from the age of 16. Their daughters are now the ones talking in my fucking head. The stupid bitches murdered Bernadette because their moms were facing the death penalty and their dads and their brothers. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. I want them sentenced to death. Please help me sentence them to death. I cannot capture their voices on my live stream. They are talking in my head, trying to manipulate the records to the telepathy weapon that they're using to investigate me with, but they're talking in my head, trying to manipulate the records. Dude, they need to be sentenced to death. Haha, I'm making it clear. Hi, Mika. I want the women sentenced to fucking death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. So since I started putting on my makeup, my face has swelled up even more. It was swollen already this morning, but even more so as I'm putting on my makeup, because they're like, who the fuck said you could get dressed up and go? They're fucking stupid, weird ass trash. They're pushing me. So it feels like something's shaking my head really hard. And when they're talking and they're doing that to my head, they're also like they're forcing words out of my mouth because they can't get me kicked off YouTube. They can't get me to say anything to get me kicked off. There's psycho women murdering kids. They're talking in my head. They keep screaming, ha ha, we're talking in your head. We're talking in your daughter's head. We're talking in these kids' heads. Ha ha. They're fucking murderers. They're murderers. It's fucking murder, stupid bitch. Ha ha, ha ha. Why are you still listening to it? So one of the men, whenever the women try to hurt me and they don't, the men physically attack me. And by attack, I mean like they push my head down, like, so it feels like someone just pushed my head. They make my face swell. They're like, okay, you fucking stupid bitch, you think you're going to your cousin's wedding? They're psycho. I want the women sentenced to fucking death. I want the women sentenced to fucking death. They're Egyptian, American, Muslim women. They're talking in my head. They're talking in my head. You know what? I don't even want to. I just want to discuss that they're talking. I just want to say, if I still hear them over while I'm trying to get ready, I want them sentenced to death. So you're going to see how swollen, like how much swelling. Look at this. See that? I want to make it clear. I want them sentenced to fucking death. have you proved to yourself? So when I pointed out that I couldn't hear the music over the terrorists screaming in my head, now that my daughter's not playing the music anymore, they started whispering. She's playing the music so loud, why wouldn't you call the cops? We don't want your fucking Nazi DNA. The terrorists talking in my head are sentencing them and their terrorist kids are screaming in my head. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head, making me dizzy while I get ready. They're playing with my sinuses now. Look at it so you could see the line. Yeah. So the women are extremely uncomfortable with me live streaming. So they keep giggling and laughing while they make my face swell. They have absolutely no reason to be investigating me. I'm making it clear. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. There are. The women talking in my head were trying to manipulate me into being promiscuous, okay? And they're causing me a stroke right now so that I could go catch AIDS. There are Egyptian American Muslim women talking inside my head. They want to murder me. They want to find a way to murder me and get away with it. They were like, oh, she's getting too much attention. Let's make more of her. The wrong attention from the wrong men. Time to make more of her hair fall out. Oh, she's feeling too confident. Time to make her hair fall out. Oh, now finally her hair is super thin and her face is super swollen and her nose got bigger. Nobody's looking in her ugly direction and we botched her body. Let's hurt her feelings and make her feel like she doesn't have a man so she could prove a point to us that she can get a man all day. That's all they do. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists, and then their men are like, you're super fucking ugly. You're super fucking ugly. Ha ha, we rape you. We're rapers. We're this. They're talking in my head. Like, we're super disgusting. Ha ha. No, we're the ones who turn that whoever it is into a criminal. Why don't you go sleep with them and make it obvious they're better than us? They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Do you hear me? They are rapists. They're pedophiles. They are psychopaths. I want them sentenced to fucking death. They are still screaming in my head. I'm saying all that by live stream. Right back at you.
Haha, figure out how to block it. Shit. Who's gonna know? What? You don't make sense. Oh well. For people to know that, you would have to come out with it, moron. Everybody else is on the same page. Ah. Figure out how to block it, genius. How can you protect a country if they want you sentenced to death? You'll put the entire country in danger. You're not somebody anybody wants. Bye. Jealous piece of shit. They want you sentenced to death.
And slowly doing way through our minute, right? What did you want to say? I wish you really big.
Look, you ruined my eyeliner. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. The women talking in my head are terrorists. Do you fucking hear me? I want them to know you're trying to run countries after decomposing people in their own bodily fluid while they're still alive. Get the fuck out of here. No, they don't. They know, like, what everybody else will know if they found out. What are you talking about? And what are you saying? You're not even fucking adding up because now I'm confused. What? You don't want people to find out, and you don't want the people who know to get a hold of investigating you. What? What are you doing? everything else. And who would stand? Bye-bye. Get the picture? On the tape. On the tape. Oh, that sucks. And she's not a bitch. She's actually doing everybody a favor, and it's justice. It's called bringing justice. Okay. Okay. Well, let them go outside and catch frostbite then. But I discuss it openly, so why wouldn't they comfortably come and discuss it with me? Alexa, what time is it?
Right now, it's 9:26 a.m.
Hmm.
All the time. I guess I'm making it easy. together. And there it goes.
That's the biggest joke of all.
Fuck you. I can't remember a minute clear where I'm trying to remember. Investigation. It's the same one. I didn't delete it and it's not on the record that I deleted it. I mean, what would flag? Should have to first say that I was lying.
What would they have to have? And they wouldn't have to decide if there was an investigation to have. I don't think we have trouble finding her. is making my eyes run. Well, then it would have to be a worker. They bird them. They bird them. They're making my eyes red and they keep pushing me and making me dizzy. So I'm gonna start a whole new live stream because I want to preserve this one. I want the terrorists talking in my head sentenced to death. They've been screaming in my head for the past hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.